Slam Jam.
Okay, we got ourselves a Jugg replay. Hey, BSJ, second replay review here. I sent a troll game last time and was appropriately roasted. Roasted to a crisp. I've been trying to apply the things you taught me in that game. In the meantime, I wanted you to look at a game I felt I played pretty well and patch up some holes in my gameplay. I felt I had a great lane, just want to work on the 14-minute battle fury. Do you feel my itemization was fine this game? Thanks again for all the content. Sure, man. Let's stop looking at the Slark. Let's look at the Jugg.
Seconds to battle.
You don't need to mango this early. If we want to be like really nitpicky, this is an item you need on Jugg when like you're level 4 with potential healing ward or level 6 with potential ult. You don't need it this early. Like you literally can't cast enough mana to like run out of mana. So you just don't need it this early.
I'm Gabe Newell. You've just achieved.
You're against Tidehunter, so being aggressive when he has Gush, you're just nuts. You probably haven't played the matchup before. That's okay. You're just nuts. Nuts by virtue of not understanding the matchup, which is okay. I'd say Tidehunter is pretty much the best kill off laner in the patch right now. So, Gush, very strong spell. You know, PSA. So let's actually rewind a bit, and let's see, because I was busy talking about something else. Let's see how your lane management is here. So your Venge is pushing it. Okay. I'm not being nitpicky enough with you. So this is a situation we commonly find ourselves in. Does anybody know what he's supposed to do here? Right here. Anybody know what he's supposed to do? Anybody? Aggro, pull creep to the range. Yep, exactly. So you're in a common scenario as a carry where there's going to be 2 creeps dying at about the same time, and guess what? Your hero can't be in 2 places at once. So what is one of the many applications of creep aggro? It is to make so two things that matter to you are not happening in 2 separate locations. So this thing's dying, this thing's dying. You aggro the Pugna right now, drag this melee creep to right here, and guess what? Now they're both in the same place. One of the many applications of creep aggro, so that this creep doesn't get randomly denied. There's a creep dying here. This is something that you need to worry about. There's a creep dying here as well. What should we do here? I wonder. I wonder. Okay. Should drag aggro to range here because the lane's pushing. So right here, very important that you drag to range. Anytime that the lane's pushing like this, and your next creep wave is not here, you need to drag to range immediately. Immediately. This is the moment in the lane that results in a triple wave later. This is the moment that leads to the triple wave 40 seconds from now. So if you're happy about that triple wave 40 seconds from now, please disregard this message. But if you're a sane human being and you don't want a triple wave at 2 minutes into the game, please drag these creeps to your range. Notice how you're doing it now, but it's just too late. You don't mind if the lane's slightly pushing, but you do mind if it's triple waved. And so we need to take preventative measures. Up until that point in the lane, there wasn't really much you could do reasonably. Okay, we get a kill on Pugman, not bad. The fact that you were playing that far up with no spin was incredibly scary to me. That made me really nervous. So I need to ask you what happens when you walk up to this Pugna and try to right-click him. What happens when you walk up to Tidehunter and try to right-click him? Pugna is literally going to walk away because he's 30 movement speed faster than you, and Tidehunter is going to anchor smash. So then the real question comes into play, how often are you right-clicking the opponents? Very rarely. So if you're not right-clicking the opponents and you have an ability that naturally accelerates your farm, what item in your inventory is a complete fucking waste of gold? Ding, ding, ding! The item that helps you right-click people and helps you farm faster if you need it to farm faster. But you have this ability that makes you farm faster and you're not right-clicking people. Ding, ding, ding! Ding-a-ling, ding, 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 ching, ching, ling, ding. Just buy wand and then go straight treads. Or phase. Rather than thinking about, once again, we talked about this earlier, but I know people just come in randomly. Rather than thinking about, a Wraith Band gives me 5 agility, 2 strength, 2 int, 5 attack speed, and 1.15 armor, or 1.5 armor. Think about what a Wraith Band is used for. Okay? This is how we learn itemization. Think about what this is used for. This item is used for attacking faster to accelerate farm and trading better with right clicks. That's what this item is for. So on heroes like Terrorblade, even if they're not in a trade-heavy lane, they buy this item because it helps them farm way faster because their only mechanism of farming is right-clicking. But if you're Jugg, or Slark, or Weaver, or Ursa, or Troll, they don't need Wraith Bands to farm. So they only buy them out of necessity. So if you were against like a Slardar or a Bristleback or a Magnus or a Night Stalker, heroes that don't really kill you, but they're hitting you, you're hitting them. You see what I'm saying? Okay. It just delays your items. Just 500 gold that could be put towards your treads. Or phase. One of the two. I would probably lean towards phase this game. Movement speed's pretty valuable against the lane you're in. But I don't hate treads. I don't think you never really go wrong with treads. I just think phase are the general better item. It's either treads Battle Fury or phase Maelstrom. You're against Wind Ranger, which entices me to want to go Maelstrom because it gives you the 30% True Strike. So like this is a lane where I probably wouldn't have even leveled my crit at all. I think a second point healing ward would go a long way. Just notice like how you're playing the lane. Doesn't it just feel like this is such a waste? Wouldn't this just be the end of your treads or raindrops or something? It adds up, man. Your net worth's only like 2,000 or 3,000 at this point, and this is 500. Okay, so we get a kill. Notice how we kill people. It's done through spinning them. Seems small. So you talked a little bit about itemization, so I figured we'd preach to you about it a bit.
The next label play.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A dominating performance.
So here's what I want you to look at. Would you rather be a carry that's 0-0-0 with 80 CS? Or would you rather be a carry that's 4-1-0 with 43 CS? What would you guys actually prefer? You'd prefer to be the 0-0-0? I agree. I'd prefer to be the 0-0-0 with 80 CS. So, this is something I've talked about in many of my games. But once you're at 5 minutes into the game, all that matters in the lane is that you're optimizing, pushing in the wave, and then farming. So the only time you don't do that is when it's literally not an option. So what's happening here is you and Venge are constantly laning normally. You're just walking up to the creep wave and hitting it, and you're getting contested. And this is something that just doesn't benefit the carry, because it doesn't look on paper like you're doing anything wrong. Like, you're not mechanically misclicking, you're not, like, doing some crazy shit. What you're doing wrong is you're engaging the enemy. That's literally what you're doing wrong. If you watch my Jugg game, you'll see that in the first, like, 12 minutes, the one I did on my Smurf game, I'm just not really engaging the opponent. Yeah, I'm a little bit more freefarm than you are in this game, but like push in the lane with spin and then go pull the large camp. Or go pull the small camp and then farm underneath your tower. Like, there's so many options for evading the opponent, and you're just laning normally. Your intention should be to shove this lane as fast as possible, whether or not that's like defensively aggroing and attacking, and then just leaving. So this also synergizes with the idea that all you need in order to be able to do that is health sustain because you're getting harassed a lot, and tread switching and clarities. That's all you need. You don't need this item. Like, I know I keep harping on this item, but I need to keep explaining to you all the stages in the lane that this item did absolutely nothing. And if you're to understand this item, or like items in general, you need to see like what I want you to do in the game. What I want in this lane is for you to walk up, spin the creep wave, or just attack it forward. And you may say BSJ Wraithband helps for attacking it forward. But like compared to Treads, it doesn't. And by the time I wanted him to be doing this, which was like 6 or 7 minutes into the game, he didn't have Treads yet. And that's because he bought this item. So that's like all these things combined. If you watch Juggs, if you watch like high MMR carry players, they're a lot more like push lane evade or like jungle and then defend tower. The amount of time you guys put yourself right in front of the opponent is what's causing you to be 4-1-0 with 43 CS. And I know you're getting kills, but just like imagine if you weren't getting kills. This is like best case scenario for what you're doing, while the way I'm doing it is just gonna get me the farm I want every single game. It really is. So it's just a mindset thing. You're either winning the lane, so you're shoving into their tower and farming both of these camps, or you're losing the lane, so you're farming like this camp, and then underneath your tower, right? Like there's only 2 ways that this goes, right? Unless you're crushing it, which in case you're taking their tower, or you're getting crushed, so you lose your tower. But usually, if people play it decently, nobody's getting crushed. So it's just a mindset thing that you guys in the 2K, 3K bracket do very poorly. Okay. So, this is an example where... Why are we... I guess he's just gonna let us do that?
Thanks for playing,
It's so funny that you went for that kill, because I would have just killed this creep wave with spin and then farmed the big camp. And I know you end up getting the kill. It's just such a mindset thing. Like, killing that tide is no better than farming that creep wave and farming the big camp. It's just no better. So you have Perseverance, which means you should be spamming spin for farm. If you're only right-clicking for farm, buy these items. If you're going to buy mana and health regen, then spam your fucking spin. This is the kind of shit that you 2K players do that needs to be lined up. This item helps you spam spin and sustain. These items help you right-click. So why am I watching you with this item right-click down a creep wave? I don't know. Okay, so we spin the camp. Okay. We stack. Not bad. We're spinning now. Not bad. Okay. Dude, I'd take that fucking fairy trinket, man. That's my fairy fucking trinket. You're predominantly farming with spell damage. Dude, spin this shit.
Killing double kill.
Spin this shit, man. You're full mana. It's an 18-second cooldown. Spin that shit. Avoid enemy heroes? Spin that shit. Why are we in this engagement? Because we took an extra 5 seconds to kill all those creeps. Why did we take an extra 5 seconds to kill all those creeps? Because we didn't spin that shit. DJ, spin that shit, dog. Yeah, we tried for the stack. Spin that shit, dog. Spin that shit, DJ. Why are we in this fight?
Dominated, I guess.
We're not spinning that shit, DJ. Okay. Why do you have a late Battle Fury? You contested them way too much in lane, and you didn't spin that shit, dog.
Killing spree.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
They were just bottom, so whenever you take a tower and you see where the opponent is and you have a Battle Fury, you go away from them. What is this pattern? Where should you go right now? You just saw them all bottom, my friend. My friend. They were just bottom. Just walk like this. They were literally just bottom. You want map awareness? You see this? Whenever you're killing a tower, you should have a good idea of where you're going next. If you don't see anybody, by all means, run all the way back, like, you know, backwards as passively as possible. But I guarantee you, in 80% of games, you will have seen them in the last 20 seconds. So if you saw them all here, then you're going to go this way. If you saw them all here, you're going to go this way. You're just going to go the opposite. Literally, you see them all, go the opposite. Whoop. Farming.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So, we end up farming more passively than we need to. But we get to the right location, eventually. Push out the top lane. TB bottom. Okay, all this is reasonable with a little bit of, you know, a little bit of twist that you could have done to make it better. Here gets a lot of stuns, a lot of burst. Go S and Y. I'm down. Don't ever push that tier 1 tower, my friend. If you TP bottom, win a fight, push it out like 2 waves, and then leave. Don't ever do that. Just drop it, guys. Can you guys just fucking stop? Can you fucking 2K, 3K players just stop hitting that fucking tower bottom? Such a waste. Why do you miss 50 GPM? Because you push that bottom tower, and then by the time you're pressuring top, your bottom tower is already fucking dead. If you just push this 2 waves, and then made your way towards top, the exact same fucking thing happens, but you're killing this tier 2 at the exact same time. You do not have to see the opponent show up with 3 heroes and stop you to know that's what's going to happen. You don't have to see it. Guys, you don't have to see it. How many times do we push this tier 1 fucking tower, they show up with 3 heroes, they fucking stop you, and then they kill your tier 2 tower because all the pressure in the other lanes is gone? How many times? Literally happens every fucking game. I watch you guys play. Stop! Can you guys just like put a fucking sticky note on this side of the map where it's like right here, and if your hero runs into the sticky note, you immediately leave? Just fucking put it on your screen. Put a fucking sticky note right here. If you're dire, put it like right fucking here. Now I understand. There are a small percentage of games where you are supposed to do that. But can we just, you know, wait till we get to 7K to worry about that shit?
Radiant are Dire's bottom has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So you're against a lot of stuns. I really do think you needed an Ag Shard this game. I think you needed Ag Shard and Ags. I think the SNY is fine to make yourself less easily burstable by all the disables. But it's really hard for you to enter fights other than just spinning and ulting. So if you think about it that way, that's why like the Ag Shard and Ags are so nice for Jugg this patch. Because as the game goes on, it usually becomes difficult for him to walk into the fight and actually just right-click people. So being able to just spin the whole time and then ult is like really nice, so yeah. I'd say this is just conceptually misunderstanding Jugg this patch. This is like the old Jugg. Like this Basher is just a really bad item, I think.
Thanks for playing.
It just had to be. I would even argue you could go like you could go like Yasha Ags, but the fact you have no Ag Shard kind of stands out to me here. If you just look at their heroes, if you're not spinning, you kind of just die. I don't know how else to better describe that. So we lost Aegis, that's unfortunate. Notice all of your damage is done during spin and during your ult, you know? Like, it's like, it's so funny how you guys play it correctly like that, but then your items just like don't resemble that at all, you know? So we end up buying Ag Shard. I would have definitely taken the status res over the Paladin sword. Status res and magic res looks pretty fucking good against their heroes. I feel like you took like the literal worst item out of the 4. I think Spider Legs, Status Resistance, and Paladin Sword are all better than this item. The first priority you have as any carry is to live, rather than to kill. And you're against Lion, Wind Ranger, Slark. All their heroes do is kill you. So your items should definitely be geared towards living or being able to do damage survivably And then you just took the Mindbreaker, so that's like tells me a lot about your priorities. Yeah, they went on you in an uncoordinated fashion. S and Y paid for itself already. And then we win the game. Okay. I think I said enough this game. Overall, you played pretty decent. Looks like the game might be a complete shit show. Do you guys end up throwing or something?